Welcome to this explainer, where we're going to completely dismantle the modern 9-to-5 grind and show you exactly how to optimize your productivity and, honestly, your health. You know, if you've ever felt like you're just running on a treadmill that keeps speeding up no matter how fast you pedal, well, you are in exactly the right place.
So let's dive right in. Is your hard work actually making you less productive? We've all been kind of brainwashed into this idea that sweating it out at your desk long after everyone else has gone home is the ultimate badge of honor. But what if that exact behavior is secretly destroying your output?
That brings us to Section 1, the hard work myth, the diminishing returns of overworking.
Let's look at the hard data for a second, straight from research at Stanford University. According to Professor John Penkovel, 55 hours is the magic number. Well, maybe not so magic, because that is the exact threshold where your per-hour productivity literally drops off a cliff. Once you cross that 55-hour line in a single week, the return on your time investment doesn't just slow down, it plummets.
To put that into perspective, someone working a grueling 70 hours a week gets absolutely nothing more done than someone working 55 hours. Think about that for a second. Those extra 15 hours, they are completely wasted time. You're basically giving away your life force, your evenings, your weekends for zero additional output. It's crazy.
Moving on to Section 2. Are you overworked? The dark side of hustle culture.
Because listen, this hustle culture isn't just inefficient, the stakes are literally life and death. We see this starkly in Japan's national health crisis known as karoshi, which translates to death by overwork. It's responsible for at least one death every single day there. And looking globally, the World Health Organization tracked a staggering 745,000 deaths linked to long working hours in just a single year, mostly from heart disease and strokes.
Now, it's absolutely crucial to distinguish simply working too much from full-blown burnout. Overworking is the action, right? It's logging more than 50 hours or taking on way too many responsibilities. But burnout is that devastating, long-maintained state of physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion. It's basically the consequence of leaving that overwork totally unresolved.
So, how do you know if you're on that dangerous path? Well, if you're experiencing persistent mental fatigue, high blood pressure, maybe a weakened immune system, your body might actually be trapped in this vicious cortisol-fueled cycle. Your system literally gets used to being in a fight-or-flight state, tricking you into thinking you need to stay stressed out just to function normally.
Which leads us to Section 3, the law of least effort, shifting to virtuous laziness.
Here's where productivity expert Anthony Sani completely flips the script on everything we just talked about. He notes that hard work has become an end in itself, instead of a means to the end of actually creating value. Sani invites us to stop treating backbreaking toil like it's some sort of religion. Instead, he says we should embrace what he calls virtuous laziness. Basically, finding the absolute shortest, most efficient path to your goals without burning all your energy.
To actually pull this off, Sani provides 3 really powerful keys. First, always assume there's an easier way. Just stop and ask yourself, is there another path here? Second, look for giants to learn from. Seriously, don't reinvent the wheel. Stand on the shoulders of mentors and accumulated human knowledge to save yourself immense amounts of time. And third, have an action orientation. Respect the streets. Get out there and learn through practical experience instead of getting trapped in endless, exhausting planning cycles.
Okay, Section 4, designing your new lifestyle, the mechanics of escaping the 9-to-5. So, to actually redesign your lifestyle and break free from that grind, we can look to a really practical toolkit, straight from Timothy Ferriss's famous book, The 4-Hour Workweek. Ferriss teaches us to completely abandon the old metrics of success and instead harness the true currencies of what he calls the new rich. And what are those? Time and mobility.
You really have a binary choice here. You can continue with the conventional, exhausting, deferred life plan. You know, working incredibly hard right now, saving carefully, and delaying all your joy and freedom until you finally hit retirement. Or you can choose to join the new rich right now. You can prioritize time, income, and mobility so you can actually live your life today.
To make that leap, Ferriss maps out the escape using the DEAL framework. It's a step-by-step sequence designed to systematically replace your self-defeating assumptions with ultimate lifestyle freedom.
Let's break down the mechanics of DEAL. You start by defining the new rules. Then you eliminate the unimportant by cultivating selective ignorance, essentially putting yourself on a low-information diet. Next, you automate your cash flow mostly by outsourcing tasks so your income isn't tied directly to your personal hours. And finally, you liberate yourself from a single location, allowing you to take multiple mini-retirements throughout your entire life instead of hoarding all your free time for the very end.
And that brings us to our final part, Section 5, Work Smart, Not Sick, Taking Your Life Back Today.
Let's look at some immediate, actionable self-care steps from the team at Monotask that you can apply literally tomorrow. Think of these habits as your daily armor. It starts with having that intimidating conversation with your boss about your workload. It means setting hard, uncompromising boundaries around your personal time and limiting your daily to-do list to just 3 to 5 essential tasks so you actually feel productive, rather than totally overwhelmed. And above all, it means prioritizing sleep and nutrition to combat those stress hormones.
I'm going to leave you with this provocative thought to really reflect on. Take a hard look at your week, look at exactly where your energy is going, and decide right now if you want to work smart or if you want to keep working sick. Because as we've seen today, the path of least effort isn't just about doing less, it's about living so much more. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope this helps you redefine what truly matters in your work week.